For medical insurance, dapat naka-maximum payment na tayo sa PhilHealth to support our universal healthcare law. And dapat meron din tayong emergency care for serious illnesses, lalong-lalo na at tayo ay breadwinner. And I always say na mas important ang medical insurance kaysa sa life insurance kasi mas magastos ang medical insurance. HMO for preventive healthcare, dapat meron din tayo niyan, ano? And then critical illness, kukuha lamang tayo kapag tayo ay may family history, no? Ang ibig kong sabihin diyan. And we augment our health fund, no? Yung mga medical insurance na to, we can augment that with a health fund. For life insurance, kung wala tayong dependents, kumuha lang tayo ng 500,000 na term insurance to cover for our burial and funeral costs. Actually, pwede rin naman na hindi na, no? If you have enough emergency savings to cover for that. If with dependents, 10 times annual salary kapag nakukuha tayo ng term insurance, and absolutely avoid variable universal life insurance. Yan po yung pag-uusapan natin maya-maya. Active income covers all expenses, no deficit. So ito yung income na kinikita natin habang tayo ay nagtatrabaho, nagbabanat ng buto, nagbibigay ng oras, at nag-exert ng energy. Active income po ang tawag doon, no? So yung active income natin should be able to cover all our expenses at wala po dapat tayong deficit dyan. At this should be allocated using the 5-15-20-60 budgeting rule, which means 5% for insurance, 15% for savings, 20% for investments, and 60% for expenses. Yan po ang ating budgeting rule. And then pay the right taxes so that, because it's our responsibility as a citizen. Okay. So sa passive income, we have to invest as much as we can. Kasi dito, people in their 30s, nakakalimutan natin yan eh. At kapag tayo ay hindi nag-invest, we miss out on the power of compounding of the capital, no, of the gains, no, that we will get. Avoid investment scams. If it's too good to be true, pag masyadong mataas ang binibigay na rate of return sa'yo, umiwas po tayo dyan. Prioritize din po natin ang investments that preserve capital dahil pinaghirapan nating pera yan at hindi po tayo mayamang-mayaman kapag if we're going to go into high risk investments. Multiple and diversified dapat ang ating sources of passive income at this point maganda kung meron na tayong rental income, dividend, capital gains, interest, no? Yung royalty, depende yan kung ano yung occupation ninyo. It should cover 25 to 45% of our expenses. So yung passive income should cover 25 to 45% of our expenses. So kung titignan natin dyan, dito, sa pag 30 tayo, syempre, magsa-start sa mababa. So 20% of our expenses covered ng passive income. So, let's say for example, ang kinikita mo ay, 50,000 pesos, sabihin natin. 50,000 pesos at tayo ay age, say 35 years old na. So, 30% dapat yung passive income natin divided by expenses. So, let's say 50,000 yung expenses natin dyan. So, times 30%, no? So, 15,000, no? Yung dapat na passive income natin, okay? So, 15,000 yung passive income natin every month kasi ito ay monthly din natin tinitignan. So, i-multiply natin yan ng 12, no? So, dapat meron tayong passive income na 180,000 pesos per year, no? Given that example. O, for example, tayo ay nag-save sa MP2 at ang rate ay 5%, no? So, to get that 180,000 per year with 5% return, we need to save 3.6 million pesos in Pag-IBIG MP2. Kaya po sabi ko talaga, kailangan magsimula tayo ng maaga. Okay? So, yun po ang ating kailangang mga gawin. O kapag 10% yung nakuha natin, nako, 1.5, ano ba yung kanina? 36,000 ba? 1.8 million lang yung kakailangan, 3.6 million, so 1.8 million lang yung kakailanganin natin, no? To cover that. Yun. So, and one way of doing that is actually to put up a rental business. So, yun po yung iyong option natin dyan. So ano yung investment mix na gusto kong i-recommend for people in their 30s? Number one, please have social investments. No? Gaya ng sabi ko, dapat sexy framework. Secure and cashable, may X factor, which means mayroon tayong social and environmental goals or hindi sumisira sa environment at hindi nagpapahirap yung investment natin. Saka natin iisipin yung yields. Ito na ha, by order of importance para sa akin. 30 to 39 years old, Pag-IBIG MP2, government bonds, SSS Flexi or Peso Fund. Savings and share capital sa cooperatives with greater than 80 points na Co-op Pesos score. At rural and digital banks up to 500,000 pesos para covered pa rin ng PDIC. We can also go into rental property. Ako, I started early with my rental property and I was 26 years old when I started with my rental property. So, pwede rin nyo rin gawin yan. Land banking is also a good idea kasi may pera na tayo ngayon at kaya nating mag-antay, no? And we can sell the land for a higher price in the long term, then that would be a good strategy also. Money market and bond funds in mutual funds, so UITFs and Pera, no? So money market and bond fund po ha, hindi po balance at hindi po equity. Naipaliwanag ko na po yan in my previous videos. Avoid variable universal life insurance, and if you must, kung talagang nagpupumilit po kayo na invest sa stock market, do peso cost averaging on stock index fund or an exchange traded fund. Kaya po talaga niliitan ko yan para wag niyo nang anuhin. Wag yan ang i-prioritize niyo. Yung mga unang sinabi ko ang i-prioritize niyo. So these are my Pera rules, no? Just to summarize. So number one, use money as a tool to make others happy. Get term and health insurance to manage external risks. Save and invest as much as you can. And at the minimum, follow the 5-15-20-60 budgeting rule. Use active income for needs and passive income for wants. Yan po talaga ang sikreto ng mga mayayaman. Avoid getting non-productive loans, and when investing, do not lose value and your values. Okay? Naku, dami kong sinabi. Sana naman ay kayo ay natuto dyan. Ay, in fairness, 90 lang tayo kanina. 195 na po ang nanonood. Pero 43 pa lang ang nagla-like, love, or heart sa atin namang video. Grabe naman. Ganun nyo na, di ba? Pusuan nyo na po. Thanks for watching. Kung may kapamilya, kaibigan o kakilala kang tingin mo ay magiging interesado dito sa video, please share to them or tag them in the comments section. Siyempre, kung nagustuhan mo ang video, pusuan mo na ito. Subscribe ka na rin. As always, feel free to write your questions, comments, and opinions respectfully.